Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video here on the SSA Philosophy channel, where we dive right on into the philosophy of characters from video games to movies, TV shows, etc., etc. And of course, in today's video, we will go over the philosophy of the character known as SpongeBob SquarePants, of course, ironically from the show SpongeBob SquarePants. So, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you do, of course, like this video, if of course you like more content that I put on this channel, of course, and also through the duration of this video here altogether entirely, then make sure subscribe, hit the like, and also notification button as well too to be notified of every video that I make on this channel. So, without any further ado, let us get started. So, SpongeBob SquarePants. So, really, let's like really dive like really deep, of course, into the vibrant world of Bikini Bottom. So really, Bikini Bottom, this bustling undersea metropolis, that is nestled like say on the ocean floor, and there, residing in a cheerful pineapple under the sea, lives none other than SpongeBob SquarePants, the iconic bright yellow sponge. And you see, this bright yellow sponge, is more than just say a cartoon character, but really SpongeBob is really like a beacon of optimism, a symbol of unbridled enthusiasm, and really a master of infectious laughter. So SpongeBob, his rectangular body is adorned, with countless pores and also sporting a goofy grin, perfectly, embodies like say his childlike wonder, And his attire, is simple yet iconic. Clearly a white t-shirt, white shirt with a red tie and brown square pants, hence the name. So don't be fooled really by really like say his unassuming appearance, So really because see SpongeBob like he possesses like say really like this undeniable charisma, this charisma that really draws everyone around him like really into his world of endless joy. So life in Bikini Bottom, really it revolves like really like around the Krusty Krab, like the fast food joint, pretty much renowned like say for its secret formula, Krabby Patty. And here, SpongeBob thrives really in his role like as the fry cook, because really grilling patties really isn't like just a job for him, but really it's like an art form. It's like a symphony of sizzling spatulas, and perfectly flipped burgers, and witnessing his dedication to crafting the perfect Krabby Patty is really a testament really to his unwavering passion and work ethic. So really, SpongeBob's life, like it really extends, like really overall, like it extends, like say, far beyond like the walls, like really of the Krusty Krab, because his best friend, like the ever gullible Patrick Star, his partner in crime, or rather like say in jellyfish, jellyfish catching adventures, but together they navigate the wacky world of Bikini Bottom, turning the mundane tasks, like say into hilarious escapades, So whether it's like, jellyfishing, like in their colorful outfits, or, blowing bubbles and, fantastical shapes, or simply just practicing, karate with the feisty squirrel Sandy Cheeks, SpongeBob, he really overall finds joy, like really in every moment, and I mean like in every moment. So really, despite his like infectious optimism, SpongeBob isn't like immune like say to life's like little setbacks, because like his grumpy neighbor, of course Squidward Tentacles, often finds himself on like the receiving end of SpongeBob's like say boundless energy, leading like say to a hilariously awkward like situations. But however, though, SpongeBob's, his genuine kindness and really his unwavering belief, like say in the good within everyone, it always manages like really to smooth things over. So really the key to SpongeBob's charm really lies really in his unwavering optimism. So really it's like no matter like, no matter the obstacle, like really he approaches the obstacle like say with a smile and a can-do attitude. Because really SpongeBob, like honestly, this is what really makes SpongeBob's character like really like say a very like likable, lovable character. Despite maybe at times he can be found to be annoying at times, but honestly though, SpongeBob, I think what makes his character really so great altogether is that he really just sees the best in everyone and believes that laughter really is like the universal language. Because like really his unwavering spirit in really the face of adversity is really like it's truly inspiring. Truly inspiring indeed. So see, SpongeBob SquarePants, like he's more really than just like say a cartoon character. Like he's really like say a reminder to like, embrace life with, childlike wonder, to find joy in the simple things and really to spread laughter, wherever we go, Like he's a testament like really to the power of optimism, and really the importance of like staying true to oneself. So even when the world, seems a little strange, so really the next time that you actually feel down, remember, the absorbent, yellow, and incredibly porous hero who lives in a pineapple under the sea. He's a beacon of joy, waiting to remind you of the simple things that make life truly delightful. So when it comes to the philosophy of the character SpongeBob SquarePants, this is something that I like to see. This is something that I like to call the absorbent philosophy. Happiness is a bubble away. So let us, of course, dive right on into this. So SpongeBob, like he may live, in a pineapple, under the sea, but his sunny like disposition and his infectious enthusiasm, they offer like say a surprisingly profound philosophy for navigating, life's currents, and really here are like, the core tenets really of the absorbent philosophy. So the first in this case is that joy is a choice, not a circumstance. So really despite, the occasional fry cook disaster or, grumpy neighbor, that SpongeBob chooses happiness. But thing is that SpongeBob like he finds joy like really in the simple things. It can be things such as jellyfishing, things such as blowing bubbles, and even looking at the Krusty Krab. So really the absorbent philosophy, really it emphasizes that happiness is like really like an eternal wellspring, not something that is dictated by, external events. So really, whether it's like say, whether it's, flipping Krabby Patties or jellyfishing with his best friend Patrick, SpongeBob sees the fun like really in everyday activities. Like he isn't like deterred by, by the, by like pretty much like deterred by the monotony, that, he injects, because really he injects like say his own like enthusiasm, turning the mundane into a joyful experience. And Bikini Bottom, I mean, it has its fair share, of grumpy characters. Like Squidward is obviously a prime example. Like Squidward overall is like someone that I'm sure that a lot of SpongeBob fans can 100% agree is the perfect prime example of being a grumpy character on the show. So SpongeBob, he doesn't like really let the negativity of like say characters like Squidward or anyone else like, influence him because he really chooses to focus on the positive aspects of his life rather than focusing on the negative aspects. And really SpongeBob, like his constant giggles, now some can find, these little constant giggles of his to be annoying, but overall, I think they are more than just like really than a quirk, but they're really like a conscious, like say choice, a conscious choice to find, humor and, life's little mishaps. And laughter for SpongeBob is like say a way to really to maintain like a positive outlook, even like say in the face, of adversity. So SpongeBob's philosophy, like it isn't like say without its challenges. So there are times even like say when his sunny disposition, it gets tested. But really through it all, SpongeBob reminds us that, joy is a choice, that we make every day. So by following his lead, we can cultivate like a more optimistic outlook and find pockets of happiness even in the most unexpected places. And another part overall of his philosophy is that really, imagination is your playground. So you see, Bikini Bottom, is a world of talking animals and wacky inventions, but it's SpongeBob's, boundless imagination, that truly like brings it to life, because like I said, I mean, he turns mundane tasks and he turns them like say into, fantastical adventures, reminding us that creativity is the key to unlocking the extraordinary in the ordinary. So yeah, so SpongeBob SquarePants, like this absorbing yellow and endlessly optimistic resident of Bikini Bottom, he might not strike you overall like as a deep thinker. He might not strike you as a deep thinker, but beneath his childish glee, it lies really overall like this powerful philosophy. Like I said, absorbent philosophy. Because imagination, is your playground. And really, let's dive really overall like say into like this, like pretty much into this part when it comes to like this philosophy altogether. So just like SpongeBob, wouldn't dream of work, without his precious Krabby Patty. He wouldn't tackle a day without his imagination because it fuels his enthusiasm. Like it turns chores into games, and it makes, the ordinary extraordinary. And this really highlights like the importance of imagination and like pretty much in enriching everyday life. Because SpongeBob, like he sees the world, through like rose-colored glasses. He believes in the power of optimism to catch the jellyfishes of life's challenges and turn them into opportunities for fun. So really, this emphasizes like this transformative power of a positive outlook. So SpongeBob's infectious laughter, like really, it's like I said before, it's more than just like like a goofy quirk, but it's a reminder to like find joy like in the simple things, to embrace silliness and to laugh in the face of adversity. Because see, laughter becomes a tool for resilience and creating a more joyful world. And hell, even SpongeBob, like even his unwavering friendliness, even like say towards like say his nemesis, like say Plankton, for example, is a testament like say to like the power of inclusivity. Because he sees a potential for good in everyone, and believes that friendship is the real treasure. And really, this really overall, when it comes to like this part of the philosophy, it really like promotes kindness and understanding as like the building blocks of a happy community. So just like his porous nature, SpongeBob like he absorbs really the best aspects of everything around him. Like he finds inspiration in everyday objects and transforms them into like playthings. And this really highlights like really the importance of finding inspiration in the world around us and using it to fill our creativity. So really, in this case, like this part of SpongeBob's philosophy, like it isn't really about deep thoughts, but really about embracing the simple joys of life. Because it's a reminder that imagination is a superpower, that laughter is the best medicine, and that kindness is the key to a happy life. In Bikini Bottom, every day is an adventure, and that's a pretty absorbent lesson to live by. And also another part, overall part of the philosophy itself, is that optimism is contagious. So you see, SpongeBob, like his unyielding optimism is really like, say, a force of nature. Because, like I say, he believes in the good in others, even in the face of Squidward's perpetual frown. And really, like a part of this, like this part of the philosophy is really what highlights that power of positive thinking and really its ability to uplift those that are around us, people that surround us all together. So really in this case, so like SpongeBob, like he isn't like say naive, at least in my opinion. Like he faces burnt Krabby Patties, grumpy neighbors, and even the constant threat overall of the Krusty Krab going belly up. You know, but yet his optimism, I mean, pretty much his optimism, it still remains undeterred. Because like he believes really like saying the inherent good. The inherent good. You know, and really, a part of this philosophy, that really emphasizes like the power of like, you know, a positive thinking, and shaping one's reality. And really for SpongeBob, laughter, like I said, laughter is the best medicine. A goofy grin and a hearty chuckle, it really can diffuse tension, and really it can mend the fences and really bring people together. And this really highlights like really the importance of humor and even lightheartedness and like fostering a positive environment. And SpongeBob, like I mean, SpongeBob sees the good in everyone, like even jellyfish. The bane of Bikini Bottom, like pretty much the bane of Bikini Bottom's existence. So really, this unwavering optimism, like it really encourages, like say, inclusivity and acceptance. Pretty much reminding us that friendship can blossom into like pretty much in the most unexpected places. You know, rain or shine. You know, bun patties or even perfect ones. SpongeBob, like he starts really like each day, like with a smile. And really, like this part really overall, like really, I mean, really it emphasizes, gratitude, like say for the simple things, and really the ability to find joy in everyday experiences. So really, and when it comes to SpongeBob, when it comes to his positive energy, like his positive energy is infectious. Like he uplifts those around him, inspiring them to see the bright side. And this really like highlights the reciprocal nature of optimism. By spreading positivity, we create a more positive environment for ourselves and for others. And of course, another part of the philosophy itself is really embrace the absurd. Embrace the absurd is. So really, in the world of SpongeBob, the world of SpongeBob is full of like nonsensical humor and outlandish, and like outlandish like situations. But SpongeBob doesn't really like, he doesn't like shy away from the weird, because like SpongeBob, like he embraces absurdity, like he embraces his weirdness, finding humor and joy in the unexpected. And really, this part of it, a part like say of the absorbent philosophy of his, it really encourages like say all of us, like encourages us to loosen up, to kind of like find the funny in the strange and not take life too seriously. So you see, and that's the thing, because see, SpongeBob, like he sees the extraordinary in the ordinary. A simple fry cook, job like becomes like say like a sort of like heroic quest, like say for like the perfect Krabby Patty. And this really just teaches us like to appreciate the small joys in life, to find humor and wonder in like our daily routines, and life, life throws, metaphorical jellyfish at all of us, like pretty much at us all, but SpongeBob like always sees the bright side, because like his optimism, even in the face of Squidward's negativity, it always like say shows the power of a positive outlook. And really, when it comes to SpongeBob, like and like I say, like his infectious laughter, I mentioned this several times, but really, like it's his laugh, like his laughter is his superpower. Like he uses that to humor, like he uses a humor, like uses humor altogether to like say disarm tension and really to spread joy, and really this like really reminds us, like a part of this philosophy reminds us that that the disarming power of laughter, its ability to lighten the load and bring people together, because in Bikini Bottom, SpongeBob's squareness, it makes him stand out. Yet he doesn't try to fit in, because he embraces his individuality and he encourages others to do the same. And really, this really just overall teaches all of us really like say to be honestly teaches us to celebrate our quirks and really to be comfortable like say really in our own skin, to be comfortable in our own bodies, to be comfortable in our own way, and that really overall is what really this part of the philosophy really teaches us. And really SpongeBob's world, like his world is really like filled by his boundless imagination. Like he turns these ordinary activities into fantastical adventures. So really, to finish off this, part of the philosophy altogether, really like say like this really encourages us to like really tap into like say our creativity, to see the world through like a lens of wonder, and most importantly, to find magic really in the everyday, really to find magic in the everyday lives, that we all live, that we all go through every single day, you know, and that overall is very important. What's very important overall to remember is that imagination is key. Imagination is key and always is key. And really, when it comes to like say, this, when it comes to like embracing like say the absurd, like pretty much embracing the absurd, like it might seem childish on the surface, yeah. It might seem childish on the surface, but it holds surprising wisdom. Because by embracing the absurd, he finds joy and he spreads positivity and he reminds us that life is meant to be a little silly, a little weird, and a whole lot of fun. So the next time that you're feeling overwhelmed by the absurdity of the world, channel your inner SpongeBob. Like channel your inner SpongeBob. I know y'all. I know we all have like a little inner SpongeBob within us. I got one in me. You guys got one in you. So really, just embrace it. Like just channel it. Laugh a little, and really remember. Like there's always time for a jellyfish and adventure. Always. And of course, the last part of this philosophy is that perseverance is porous. So you see, life throws these metaphorical chum, and yes, metaphorical chum, of course. I'm sure you all know what chum is, of course. Chum, never can forget it. But yeah, but life throws metaphorical chum at everyone, even SpongeBob, because, but the thing is that he never lets those setbacks, keep him down, you know, like he gets knocked down, often literally, of course, at times. But the thing is, he always gets back up, though, ready to absorb whatever comes next. And really, like a part of this philosophy, it really emphasizes resilience and really the importance of bouncing back from adversity. And you see, because life, like the Krusty Krab, like the Krusty Krab floors, it can get messy. And SpongeBob doesn't shy away from setbacks. He gets knocked down, maybe like say by a giant clam perhaps, but he bounces back though, ready to absorb the next challenge. And even the best fry cooks, even the best fry cooks face, burnt Krabby Patties. SpongeBob, like he doesn't dwell on the mistakes, but really he wrings out the negativity and focuses on the positive, like the joy of making his next customer smile. And really just like his Porous self, SpongeBob's dreams are big and absorbent, because he doesn't like let the small tears or the ripped uniforms. Which, by the way, thank you, Sandy. Thank you for the ripped pants, of course. So thank you for that. And really, because really like dampen, really like lets them like dampen his spirits. But really, like he soaks up like say the naysayers, and he keeps reaching for his goals. And even in Bikini Bottom, I mean, like there are some gloomy days, but SpongeBob finds ways to like stay hydrated with optimism because he sees the bright side, like really in every situation. Reminding us that a positive attitude can be, just as absorbent as a good bath towel. So really, the grand gestures, they're great, but real triumph, it comes from persistence. Because SpongeBob, like he achieves his goals, patty flipping and jellyfishing net by net, pour by pour. And really he shows that even small, steady efforts can lead to big squeezes of success. So really, ladies and gentlemen, so like the next time that you face a setback, channel your inner sponge. Remember that perseverance is porous. Absorb the bumps, squeeze out negativity, and really keep reaching for your goals. Like keep reaching for your dreams, your goals, everything. One absorbent step at a time. And after all, a clean slate and a clean fried spatula is just a good soak away. So, ladies and gentlemen, that overall concludes the video altogether. Honestly, honestly, now thinking about it, like it's really the absorbent philosophy. Like it really isn't like say about, the intellectual complexity, but really it's about the simple act of choosing joy, embracing imagination and really finding the good in every situation. Because it's a testament to the power of optimism, creativity, and really a whole lot of absorbent yellow fun. So you see, the thing about SpongeBob SquarePants, like he's like, and like I said, he isn't like say just your average cartoon. Like it isn't like just your average cartoon because what began as a quirky show about a talking sponge under the sea has transformed, like say, into a pop culture phenomenon. Spanning generations. Even in today's day and age, it still continues to span. Like through all sorts of different memes, like all over the world, of social media, everywhere. But really, how did this seemingly simple premise, like how did it really capture the hearts of millions, you may ask? Well, the answer, it lies pretty much in the show's enduring philosophy, a vibrant tapestry woven from optimism, imagination, and the power of friendship. So see, SpongeBob, he embodies a relentless sense of optimism. His infectious enthusiasm and unwavering belief, really in the good of, like pretty much in the good in others, is really a beacon of light in the sometimes like cynical world, even in the face of like say of Squidward's grumbling or Plankton's like villainous schemes. The thing about SpongeBob is that he never lets negativity, dim his spirit. And this unwavering optimism is really like a reminder, that joy and laughter are powerful forces capable of brightening even the dullest days. So beyond optimism, SpongeBob champions the boundless power of imagination. Bikini Bottom is a world where a pineapple can be a home, a spatula can become, pretty much becomes a trusty weapon, and a simple Krabby Patty transcends mere food to become a symbol of joy. So SpongeBob, his childlike wonder, it allows him to see the extraordinary in the ordinary. inspiring viewers to embrace their own creativity and to find magic in the everyday. So really the show's core strength, it really lies in the portrayal of friendship because SpongeBob's unwavering loyalty to Patrick, his unwavering respect for Mr. Krabs, and even his genuine care for even the grumpy Squidward showcase the power of genuine connection. And these friendships, even like say though often tested by wacky situations, remind us the importance of cherishing those who stand by us through thick and thin. So see, SpongeBob SquarePants, he isn't without like SpongeBob SquarePants isn't without its critics because some see its humor as childish, its plots predictable. But really, that's the beauty. That's perhaps like the beauty of the show because it doesn't strive for complex narratives or even sophisticated humor. Instead, it offers a simple yet powerful message. And that message is to embrace the good, find joy in the little things, and cherish the bonds of friendship. So, see, a lot of times, often because we're often focused really like on cynicism and negativity. But the thing is, though, is that SpongeBob SquarePants, like he stands as a testament really to the enduring power of optimism, imagination and friendship, because it's really like a reminder that laughter is the best medicine, that kindness is a superpower, and that even a talking sponge living under the sea can actually teach us valuable lessons about life. And SpongeBob's legacy is a reminder to never lose sight of the simple joys, celebrate the power of imagination, and most importantly, to remember even under the sea that together we're all just a bunch of friends who live in a pineapple under the sea. And that comes to the conclusion of the video, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for being here on this beautiful day here today, of course, whatever wherever you are. And always, ladies and gentlemen, remember this: to always be smooth, be steady, and be aggressive. Peace.